It seems like time goes by slower than ever when you're in high school, but once you graduate, time won't slow down for anything. Welcome into the Prep Rally. I'm Ahmad Hicks.
And I'm Hannah Yates. High school comes and goes quickly, but the memories made can last a lifetime, and those memories were definitely made tonight. We begin at Parkway Central, where CBC was facing DeSmet. Huge rivalry and a sold-out crowd with people waiting outside for this game. Robert Martin gets CBC 2 on the board, but DeSmet takes over. Then it's junior Jeremiah Walker who powers his way. Spartans tie it 2-2. Then Michael Scoff drains the first 3 of the night. Spartans up 9-6, but CBC star Caleb Love, easy money there, and the crowd loves it. DeSmet still leads 26-21 at half, but things slip away. Walker tries to catch up. DeSmet trails by 5. The crowd on their feet now, just in time for this.
Woo.
Love to Chevalier Brenson, who says, "Good night, thanks for coming." A big smile from Caleb Loves, and CBC wins it 62-53.
Now let's head to Clayton for Ladue and MICDS, the battle of the Rams for the Class 4 District 5 title. Jalen Boyd went to work in this one for Ladue. This nice drive and finish puts them up early, and then he shows he can hit it from range as well. The Ladue fans that made the trip were loving it. Now, time winding down in the half, Ladue's Jack Minkler hits the 3 with almost no time left, but MICDS goes the length, and Steve Hall is able to spin it around and in to keep it a close game at half, but it was Ladue who ends up winning the battle of the Rams. They win by a final of 58-50. Joe Munoz coached the Maroons to back-to-back titles. Now he's watching them as they took on the K-Hawks, and he got to see a lot of David Granger. Nate Hall misses. Granger, he's there to clean it up. The Maroons scored 12 points in the first half. 3 of those came from Khalil Price right here, buckets. But the K-Hawks meant business. Check out their fans. Nothing but business right there. Granger on the other end off the beautiful feed from Rayshawn Taylor. He had 10 points on the night. Forgot to mention, he plays defense as well. This huge rejection, which had the student section amazed. K-Hawks win it 63-44.
We go to Troy Buchanan. The place was crazy as the Francis Howell Vikings took on the host Trojans. And this game had a little bit of everything. And I mean everything. We had dunks.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
Big one there. And we had delirium. We had bombs. And we had bedlam. We had tempers and technicals, and we had tidal waves of emotions. Oh, and did I mention, we have plenty of dunks. End of the first half, the Trojans' Nathan Thomas Ryan hit from downtown to cut their deficit to 6. But at the other end, it's Matthew Shark who will bank it in to beat the buzzer. Hal is moving on, 65-50.
Terrace Reed Jr. and Chaminade facing Webster Groves in their impressive handshakes in the Class 5 District 4 title. The Statesmen have some moves, and Reed had quite the game. He shows his handles here, spin cycle and finish. Devils up early. Webster Groves hangs around. Matthew Enright nails a corner 3, and the Statesmen aren't going down easy. End of the first, Reed is going to show he can hit it from deep. As the buzzer goes off, no problem. Chaminade up 5 after 1. They will end up pulling away. Some nice passing here leads to the alley alley-oop by Damian Mayo Jr. Chaminade wins their district title by a final score of 45-35.
Over to the big rivalry game of the night, Oakville facing Melville at Vianney. Second quarter, Matt Keller to junior Quinn Ricker making it look easy. Oakville trails 15-12. Then Lamonte Daughtery starts dropping it like it's hot. There's 1-3, but he says, hey, you know what? Let's make it 2 back-to-back. Melville takes a 21-12 lead after that one, and he is amped up. Ricker gets the steal from the Panthers next, trying to get the Tigers caught up with 2 more. It's a basket there, but it won't be enough. Melville wins this one 56-46.
At Triad, home of the Knights, taking on the East St. Louis Flyers, Mark Chambers trying to lead his team back to the state title game. 2-point game at halftime, but the Flyers came out rolling and proved to be too much to handle. LaShawn Johnson with the dunk, 23-point lead for the Flyers at that point. Triad would fight to the very end as Luke Cox got the layup to drop, but the Flyers win big, 65-39. Now, we saw the Ladue boys take care of business. Now for the girls in the Class 4 District 5 title game against John Burroughs. Maya Collins gets things started for the Rams from downtown. Ladue up 3. Burroughs says we can play that game too. Jasmine Rayner drains this one. Burroughs down 3 just after that bucket. Now let's get some highlights and some hustle. Destiny Rogers makes the great play off the rebound and keep the possession with Ladue, and it pays off. She hits the 3 on the next play. The Rams will make it a Ladue sweep tonight in Clay. Clayton. The girls win their district title 65-47 over John Burroughs.
Koryazu and Oakville again for the Class 5 District 2 final, and everyone's ready for this girls game. Oakville's Maya Minor takes this pass for Oakville and gets the nice finish. Tigers were down early in this one. Koryazu came to play. Mallory Ronhausen spins one in for the Chargers, and then it's going to be Olivia Korpecki who gets the short jumper to sink. Koryazu is definitely divine tonight. They knock off the top-seeded Oakville to win the title 44-43. We go back to Troy Buchanan, where the Trojan girls took on Wentzville Holt. Mackenzie Caldwell hits the bucket for Buchanan. The Trojans were the visiting team, even though they were on their own home court. It didn't matter, though. Olivia Menemeyer gets it in the paint and drops it in for 2 more. And then up next, it's going to be Jelia Green, who hits the deep 3 for Holt. But Troy Buchanan goes on to win it 56-41.